While we were in Novak, Manny Vargas told us that there was an increase in ghoul sightings and attacks, and he wanted us to see what was going on, and to take them out if necessary. We follow the road west of Novak, and we find several feral ghouls who attack us, and then we find several bodies of Nightkin, super mutants who camouflage themselves to make themselves invisible, and ghouls in robes that are called Bright Followers. As we follow the road, we find a place called Repconn Test Site. Repconn was a rocket testing facility pre-war and was ran by a corrupt manager who would overwork and underpay his employees. And when they quit, they would hire unqualified, undertrained replacements, so it was only a matter of time before a disaster happened. And unfortunately, it did. In the year 2075, there was a radiation spill, and it contaminated the area for decades. This being the main reason why ghouls locate here.
The Great One can be found upstairs. Don't think about wasting.
After the Great War, the test site was picked over for anything valuable, and due to the ghoul presence, was left alone by Wastelanders, and was eventually taken over by the Bright Brotherhood seeking out the rockets for their great journey into space. But when they arrived, a prolonged stalemate had begun between the ghouls and a band of Nightkin. The Nightkin were at the Repconn test site because they were looking for stealth boys, the stealth technology that makes them invisible and gives them schizophrenia and other mental issues. Upon entering, we hear a voice over the intercom that will direct the player to reach the upper floors to meet with them. Going through the building and reaching the upper floors, you will meet a man named Chris Haverson, who sounds and speaks like a ghoul despite being human. He refuses to believe otherwise unless you pass several speech checks later on in the mission.
Those ghouls were members of my flock.
He then tells the player to speak to Jason Bright, the leader of the Repconn ghouls. Jason is a glowing one, a heavily irradiated ghoul who is still mentally stable. He intends to take the Brotherhood on the great journey to the far beyond by riding the Repconn rockets into space to find
and healing glow of the far beyond.
A distant land.
Wanderer, bear in mind that every feral ghoul you spare
Their plans were
now
interrupted
is one
when a
that we
group
can
of
save
Nightkin,
later.
or demons as
Once
they
the
call
way is
them,
clear,
invaded the
our
facility
feral
and forced them
brothers
out of the
and sisters will
basement.
accompany us on the great
Jason
journey.
will ask us to clear out the Nightkin so
If
that
there
they can
are any
continue their
left.
great journey.
The demons appeared from nowhere. Except it might be more accurate to say they never actually appeared at all. The demons are invisible. Where one of them stands, the most one sees is the air shimmering, like sunlight on water. They set upon us as we were on our way to worship one morning. We had just entered the basement. My flock fought bravely and killed a few, but at such cost. Nearly half of us died or went missing. The rest of us retreated up here. One of the demons raved at us, but they have not tried to attack us since. Still, their demonic presence brought all progress towards the great journey to a standstill. But now you have come. Once again, the Creator has sent a human to help us across a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Yes, over the intercom. Threats of death should we step outside. Guarantees of safety should we stay locked away. It went on for hours, and did not always make sense. But that was the first day only. Since then, silence. Will you drive away the demons, Wanderer? Praise the... As soon as the underground has been...
Hey there.
you want to use a scope, I can spot for you. Keep you on target.
The basement entrance can be found by turning left at the ramp in the warehouse section. The basement is crawling with hostile nightkin, though the leader, Davison, can be talked into leaving if you can reach him undetected. While wandering through the Repconn basement, you can find a ghoul named Harland. He's looking for his friend, but unfortunately his friend has died.
Come and get it, you big... Hey.
I chose not to do this quest because it slipped my mind that you would complete this quest.
Well,
but if you are interested in getting a hunting rifle early on, you simply just have to kill Harland and
Guess the
take
outfit
the
gives
rifle.
that away, huh? I never did buy into that religious mumbo-jumbo with the robes and all that shit. It gets lonely out in the wastes, okay? And I don't have to tell you, that Braid's group has got some fine-looking ghoulettes in it. Or maybe I would have to tell you. Anyway, I helped them out, and they kept me supplied with ammo and pleasant company.
Antler says you are the one.
However, if you do harm any Nightkin, Davison will turn hostile. He will also turn hostile if you mock Antler, a Brahmin skull that he talks to and that he thinks is sentient. In my playthrough, I killed the Nightkin, so I had no way of peacefully handling the situation. After you deal with the Nightkin in whatever way you choose, you can go back to Jason and he will thank you and tell his followers to go to the basement and start the final preparations for the great journey.
Hello.
Is the way clear? Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done. I apologize, Wanderer, but I must go. I waited to speak with you one last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer. I want you to know that we will remember for all our preparation. If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak. There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
We can follow them to the launch pads where Chris will tell us they need 2 items,
Jason
the thrust
says that I am
controllers
to cooperate
and
with you
the
on the final
isotope
tasks
239
necessary to launch
igniting
the great
agent.
journey.
The easiest way to get the fuel for the rockets is from the rocket souvenirs from the gift shop at the T-Rex in Novak.
Hello. Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Heel.
And the thrust controller can be bought from Old Lady Gibson for 500 caps, or you can pass a speech check to lower it to 250.
So, you're back. Ha! Yes, you are quite the smooth talker. Pleasure.
Have you found the components we
Return to
discussed?
the test site and give Chris the parts for the
Indeed
rockets.
you did.
Jason
And
will
they
then
seem
make
to
a
be in
speech to his
excellent
followers,
condition.
telling them they're about to start their journey to the
Yes.
great beyond.
I'll tell Jason that the great journey can begin.
Chris will then tell the player to go to the launch controls to start the mission.
We have everything we need to
On the
launch
control
rockets,
deck,
Jason.
complete the rocket launch by
The great
pressing a button on the
journey
control
can begin.
panel. Optionally, approach the console to the right of the panel with a science skill of 55 or higher. You can then alter the navigation coordinates, sending the rockets closer to their destination. This is worth 55 extra experience, and you gain more karma.
The time has come for us to board the rockets
and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently.
Once the rockets are launched, you will complete the quest and will gain experience and good karma. But as usual with these quests, there are different endings where you can convince Chris that he is human, and he will be infuriated that Jason has been lying to him for years. And Chris will become furious and ask you to help him sabotage the rocket launch. He will ask you to get sugar bombs, and then this will cause the rockets to malfunction and explode. You will gain negative karma and experience from this action. Both endings will have Chris live in Novak for the rest of the game.
Hey. Leave.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I have more videos coming up and live streams coming up. I plan on live streaming. I want to aim for 2 or 3 times a week, and it's going to be Persona for the time being.
You have any luck with the ghouls?
The next thing we will cover in New Vegas, I believe
Really?
you all will enjoy. I'm going to keep it a little bit vague, but it is.
You look like you've been
It's
through a lot.
one of my more favorite areas to go to. And after we do that video, we'll start one of the DLCs, which will be Honest Hearts. See you, ladies and gentlemen, later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.